Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Weekend Big Show, powered by CCW Safe. I'm Chuck Ramsey, the Law Dog, here with you every Friday morning at 9 a.m., as we always do, and talk sports with you for at least an hour. Sometimes we go a little bit over, but it's never lost on our audience, I think, that we kind of ramble and we kind of get things going, and then we can go off in the weeds, and we can do a whole lot of stuff within the concept of two random guys talking to the internet.
There will be Seinfeld references.
There will be. Jeremy Schroeder, ruler of the airwaves, with us here, and as he always is, and always got some great takes and things like that. And it's a bye week, Jeremy, and I think it's just one of those collective sighs for the Oklahoma University Sooner Nation, as what a week it's been. Just to start that off, you start off on a Monday and things are pretty dull, and then Tuesday all hell breaks loose. After Mike Gundy's press conference, he's shown the door, and then John Mateer's revealed to have broken his thumb early in the Auburn game, and now the SEC is railing about, Auburn's, the SEC has gone totally eunuched on the whole trick play thing. And it's just, this has been one of the banner weeks for sports in this region. And I think it just shows that, in the SEC, it just means more.
Yeah, I woke up this morning to a notification that Auburn had released a statement.
Yeah, they did.
They play tomorrow.
Yeah,
they play Texas A&M tomorrow. That's a big
in College
game for them.
Station, isn't it?
In College Station, and they're still worried about a call in a game last week.
Well, you saw my tweet, didn't you?
I don't think I did.
Well, I did it on Facebook. I don't know if I did it on Twitter, but I basically said, if keeping up with this outrage keeps them from giving Hugh Freeze the hook, then I think we all win.
We all win. Yeah. We know what Hugh Freeze is. Eventually, he's going to flame out. Give it another year or two now that they've got this. The SEC took a win away from us, so they can't count that against him when it comes to looking at his job status at the end of the year, right?
Exactly.
Well, you should have beat Oklahoma. We'll count that as half a win.
Well, I understand Oklahoma, and we talked about this last Saturday night on the college football recap show. I understand this is probably a generational OU defensive line and maybe front seven, but still, it just looked like they were setting Jackson Arnold up for the Sharks. It was just a beatdown in massive proportions on the offensive and defensive line. But I'll say this. I think the kid's improved from what he did last year. He seems to, understand their system a little more, even though they didn't have a lot of success.
But would you say that Pro Football Focus is a reputable publication?
I'm starting to believe not. After some of the rankings that came out on Monday and Tuesday that I saw on social media, they really seem to value beating down on some lesser competition and getting those higher grades. Is that kind of where you were going?
Well, they had Auburn's offensive line ranked as the seventh best unit in the country.
Yeah.
They played, I guess Baylor's pretty good.
But what if that's the case, though?
Well, it's first off, you can't block good players for the 15 seconds that Jackson Arnold's going to take to make a decision with football.
Sure.
The kid, he's improved. You're right. He has improved. He's more confident, but he holds on to the stinking ball too long, and it's going to get him killed. I don't care. You could put him behind the Great Wall of China. He holds the ball that long, he's going to get hit. He's going to.
Are we still allowed to call it Great Wall of China?
Yes, we are.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you're exactly right, and I think it's something we were kind of out on last Saturday night because we're still kind of in the heat of the results of the victory. But yeah, it's something that you see with quarterbacks all the time, especially in college, where they have, generally you go to certain programs, you're going to have a little bit of a talent edge over a majority of the teams you play. But yeah, it's a quarterback thing. A lot of sacks are not just designated on the offensive line. And I think scouts realize that. I think coaches realize that. Offensive coordinators have to realize
Well,
that.
that last the last sack for the safety was on the offensive line, and that
Totally.
running back that
Totally.
got stuck, tried to jump in R. Mason's spokes, but yeah, he just put that kid
You
on
mean that play
skates.
where the other defensive line decided to call it a game?
Well, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, the other players on the DL, they're just like, and I guess R. Mason told him,
I'm gonna get him.
yeah, don't go. So, but anyway, so like I said, just so much stuff going on. Monday, I guess it was either Sunday or Monday. The SEC released a statement that the call was wrong on the touchdown to Isaiah Satania. Thank God he caught that.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's just one of those situations where, to me, I look at it and I say, okay, the story coming out of Norman, and Toby Rowland has echoed this time and time again, is that they checked in. They asked about that play.
3
They,
times.
they, they did everything that they needed to do, and hey, if it's on the SEC officiating crew, I'm sure for not for
I
I
mean,
mean,
you think the first time you'd asked, they would have grabbed the rule book or Googled it,
yeah,
pull the phone
I
out and
mean,
Google it. But no, they told him, yeah, you're good. As long as you don't sub and as long as he gets set, you're good. And
yeah,
that's what
and
they
that's
did.
the thing. If you don't sub, I don't care where they go on the field.
Right.
I mean, we see that with Wildcat packages all the time. A quarterback will split out wide.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't kept up with rules, just to verbatim, but I mean, who cares? I mean, you're
We're
supposed
one
to.
step from outlawing fake punts, fake field
I was
goals,
going
and
to say,
double reverse passes.
I mean, the onside kick is a thing, where you got to let people know now.
Hey, here's the thing. Did I because
They're not
we
calling.
never see it, and I had to look it up. I did not know you could onside a free kick punt. Didn't know you could do that.
Oh, like a safety?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that was kind of
like
new to me
what?
also.
What are
Yeah.
they doing?
Yeah, I kinda looked at that and I was like, "So they can onside that, okay." Yeah, that was something that was kinda new. I mean, everything in college football is kind of a new
And
exploration, I guess you could
and
say.
Toby Rowland, I'm sure didn't know it either because he'd already given the famous "you can unhook the ponies and put them in the barn" on the safety.
Well, I mean, what was there, 7 seconds left or something?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, crazy things can happen, but that's and that's the problems with being a play-by-play is you might jump out on that ledge and then it might be pulled out from under you. I worry about that my own self, but no, you had the SEC basically going uh, packageless on the whole Auburn thing, and I listened to Toby and Teddy yesterday on KREF, and I think they probably clarified as well as anything. OU's got the win. They're not going to come back and take it, and they're not going to raise a stink anymore about what they did and didn't do.
Yeah.
They said their piece, and like we said with Hugh Freeze, it's going to be a situation where that'll be something that if they're 5-6 at the end of the season, or 5-7, he'll use that, to
Well,
try to keep the Auburn faithful at bay.
unless Auburn just wants to get rid of him and they can remind him that you were ahead in the fourth quarter. That happened before halftime.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, he's an unlikable guy, and then you got what DJ Durkin there on the sideline as well. He's
God,
still a
yes.
kid. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
people
enough bad things can't happen to him on the
people
field.
people give Levy a hard time about his in-laws. I mean,
It's
good
like
grief.
you could build a staff, Brian Kelly head coach, Hugh Freeze offensive coordinator,
Oh,
Durkin as a DC, just the all,
yeah,
degenerate I killed a guy staff,
it's bad. I
whatever that
mean,
means.
and I don't know.
Hugh
Auburn,
Freeze didn't kill a guy, but he did some really,
I
really
think.
morally questionable
Oh,
things when he was a head coach at Mississippi.
totally. And I just think that it's a situation where, you know, in Auburn's better than that. I
Are
think,
they though?
well, they
I,
have
I
been.
my friend Sean King calls Arkansas what SEC Oklahoma State. Auburn's got that energy, man. That little brother energy.
They got the little brother energy, but little
But they've
brother won
won.
a title,
Yeah,
and
they've won
and
big. But that was not a great team that had probably the best player on the planet,
it
and
was,
they paid
and
handsomely
his
for him.
route to the plains was askew as well, but
It's like paid
um
with $800,000 of good Yankee money.
so but hey, speaking of Auburn, I was just about to think about the '04 Auburn team that got left out of the BCS playoff.
They
uh
claimed that title.
I don't blame them, but anyway, uh so I start episode 1 of Cocaine. What was it? Was it Cocaine Quarterback or Cocaine? What? It's about the USC kid that became a cartel.
Todd Marin. Oh,
No,
USC kid.
his name's Owen. No, is it uh Owen Hansen?
What?
I started it yesterday. He was
Was this a fever dream you were having yesterday
no.
after some cold medicine?
I've been healthy all week. No, it's on Prime, and I
Okay.
started it yesterday. I want to say it was called Cocaine Quarterback.
Is this a documentary series?
Yes, and
Oh.
it's your typical modern day um, precautionary tale documentary that doesn't really get in. It's not very precautionary. I mean, it's like the whole Florida series. Cocaine
Oh,
Quarterback. That's what it is.
cocaine quarterback.
Yeah, Owen Hansen was a guy who went to USC on a volleyball scholarship. Got told that he wasn't strong or athletic enough to um to be. I watched episode 1. He was basically there with Carson Palmer and Matt
Oh,
Leinart. He
okay.
started providing the team with roids, which explains so much about Brian Cushing's supply. But then, and then he was on the field. So he was on the field in the '04 Orange Bowl where they beat us 55-19.
Sure.
Win. They vacate it, whatever. I don't care. They beat us. But I mean, the scandal that's come out of that whole program from back in the day, and now
Mhm.
it's on display on Amazon Prime. It's called Cocaine Quarterback. They called him Dr. O, and he was just a punk from Redondo Beach who cheated to get where he could. He was so yoked up, he's working out for volleyball, and a football coach says, "You ever thought about walking on?" And he walks on and makes it. And he was on stage with Pete Carroll in the background when they took the BCS trophy in '04. So, or I guess it was actually '05.
What did he walk on as?
Well,
I'm sorry, Connor.
tight end.
Those were not my words. I know that's uncalled for.
John Arnold checking in as well on Facebook. Just got on. Not sure if you covered it, but I saw where Ole Miss ran the exact play last year. That's where the Sooners got the idea from, and they weren't flagged for it. Thank you, John. That's the thing. I mean, it's been out there. Nothing is reinvented in the game of football. And like I said, you see it when a team lines up in a wildcat. A quarterback will be split out wide, and he never leaves the field. So. But anyways, that's passed. And then on Tuesday, news breaks that John Mateer's having surgery. What's the guy's name? Dr. Shin?
Dr. Stephen Shin.
Stephen Shin. Lord bless
God
that
bless
man.
him.
Apparently, Mateer put out a release Wednesday. My question is, Jeremy, when did he let them know that the thumb was broken? I mean, why was it Wednesday before he had surgery?
Well, these things take time. You got to remember that they flew him to Cedars-Sinai in LA. In
Yeah,
LA.
a lie.
I mean, it's not like going to McDonald's.
Yeah.
So Monday he had x-rays, or Sunday he probably had x-rays. And then they had to come up with a course of action. Flew him out there Tuesday, surgery Wednesday. That's a pretty quick timeline.
Yeah.
They couldn't cut on him in the locker room.
So I'm being told by StreamYard that maybe our viewers on Twitter X can't post comments. So my apologies if that's the case. You might check that real quick, Jeremy. We are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter X at Law Dog Sports. And
Turn the volume down.
We've already heard from Connor Carr and John Arnold. So we appreciate them. And I tell you, Jeremy, Michael Hawkins, I think, is a is a very qualified backup. If you look at the programs throughout the top 10, so let's see where you reposted it. Were you able to comment?
Let's see.
So, anyways, but Michael Hawkins actually went on the road and got a win last year at Auburn. Then, it was pretty futile against we may not get that. A little bit of futility against Texas in the Orange Bowl, but the Red River rivalry. But I think, he's got a system now. He's been in it since Arbuckle's been on campus. He's been in the film room. He's an athletic kid. I thought he had – what you laughing at?
Oh, I just saw Fat Perez on the at the Ryder Cup.
Hey, speaking of laughing in the morning, I put this out on the Law Dog thread. I kind of have been digging Wake Up Barstool.
See, I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna have to. I don't really watch much in the morning anymore.
I can cope through it because they're focusing more on college sports.
And what platform are we watching that on?
They're on FS1. FS1 pitched a Hail Mary and said, "Well, those guys are big on YouTube. Let's see if they, bring us some viewers on our linear cable spot." So
let me.
I'm not a Portnoy fan. I think he's kind of a tool, but he with his other buddies on there, he's not bad.
Is it like a panel show or is it a debate?
It reminds me of the Best Damn Sports Show.
Okay. All right. I could probably
3 guys hosting, sitting there talking, and then some off guys,
All right. I'll give that a look.
I've got Dan Patrick on right now, and I love DP, but I can only take him in small doses anymore. I mean, because
when's Eisen come on?
Eisen's later, I think, in the day.
But, he's on the mothership now.
Oh, anyways, John Mateer gets the hand surgery, and the Photoshop clips have been hilarious.
Sooner Nation on Twitter is strong and loud and creative. The statues, oh my gosh, just everything. The picture from the '85 Orange Bowl with Switzer up on the shoulders. They superimposed his face over Switzer's. If Mateer takes the field against Texas, which I fully expect him to do, it is going to be epic.
Yeah. They have, I mean, I don't know that going forward against Kent State coming off a bye week. I mean, do you implement so much for Michael Hawkins that you're not going to?
He needs to be able to operate the offense.
Mm-hmm.
He played against Temple. He did not operate the offense. He ran a little bit. He threw a couple deep balls.
Dan Patrick, not DP. Thanks, perv head. Why did I even put that comment up there?
So
I hate you.
Anyways, he needs to be able to operate within the system because he's going to be in the system next year. And I know that against Temple, they're just like, hey, it's 42-3. Just get out there and let it fly. And I don't know. I think they'll beat the crap out of Kent State, no matter who they roll out. They could throw Whit Newberg out there. Nothing against Whit Newberg, but I have not seen him play.
Yeah.
He transferred in from where did he transfer from? From a lower division school.
Yeah.
So he's the third quarterback. But the reason why I think I'm so confident in Mateer being back against Texas is we've seen this surgery before.
Sure.
Jared Goff had this surgery, missed 12 days.
On his throwing hand?
On his throwing hand.
Okay.
Came back and played in the playoffs. Let me look at
I'll say this. If he does come back, I mean, you have to take the precautions because teams are going to be targeting that hand. I mean.
So he's got 17 days.
Mm-hmm.
So it basically has another week on top of what Goff had. Now, with the things they're probably doing, they're probably, loading them full of BPC 157. Look it up. Some stem cells, maybe some hyperoxygenated blood,
Is he in a hyperbaric chamber?
He probably is in a hyperbaric chamber. That's probably, or a bacta tank. I don't know if you like Star Wars, but if you do, you know what that is.
I wanted a hyperbaric chamber after my shoulder surgeries, and I got nothing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, and that's it's who counts in this world, cops or
Quarterbacks.
quarterback.
Well, quarterback, University of Oklahoma, son.
We'll be wishing John Mateer fast recovery and wishing Michael Hawkins plenty of success. They've got to get the offensive line gelled and be able to run the ball if they want a chance to beat Texas in the Cotton Bowl.
Got to get Fasusi healthy. He makes that offensive line a totally different animal.
For sure. And then also real quick before we jump to OSU, a flip in the commitment land as Cooper Hackett, the I guess he's a 4-star or 5-star from Fort
He is
Gibson.
a 5-star.
5-star.
And he has shunned the despicable Sand Aggies in Lubbock
he decided that Cody Campbell money didn't hit as hard as it was hitting in Norman. So
he didn't. He recognized development in the second NFL contract was probably better than that short-term money he was going to get.
Come on, you sound like a Texas fan.
Well, listen.
There's a
quarterback
that developed pretty well down in Lubbock.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
What was his success while he was there?
He threw for a lot of yards. He just
How many bowl games he play in?
Didn't have any defense.
How many bowl games he play in?
Probably none.
Because we saw quarterbacks in Norman have no defense and they had win national championships.
Obviously, they had enough defense to stop him in that shootout. So
not really. I watched that game and there wasn't a whole lot of stopping going on. But
I hate you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, but I mean, I understand Cooper Hackett. He's going to stay in state, and you got the flip. Oh, you probably sold him on Michigan weekend, honestly.
And he came back last weekend against Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you listened to the ref yesterday afternoon.
A little bit, but it was late.
Yeah, it was reported that he took quite a bit less money, but the tech offer had a self-destruct button on it. You have to commit by this date. You'll get this money amount. If you don't, it goes down.
So are these verbals? Are kids getting checks after they give a verbal?
I don't know.
Maybe that is some wasted money,
or a promissory note, or I don't know.
Maybe a gift card.
A gift card to Applebee's.
Yeah, Texas Roadhouse. Why do they call it Texas Roadhouse in Texas? Why don't they just call it Roadhouse?
Roadhouse.
Anyway, Roadhouse. So anyways, yeah, nice flip on the recruiting trail. And then they also picked up a big offensive line commit from Bixby Spartans.
The Bixby kid's going to play guard.
Yeah. So, and we've said this before on the show, Jeremy. Big money is going to be spent in the trenches.
Yeah.
In Norman. I mean,
yeah, they're going to spend money in the trenches and a quarterback.
Yeah. And then pray that you strike something on a receiver. That would be nice. So anyways, then actually after, because I remember watching, I think I was watching morning news or something. I think I heard the Gundy news before the Mateer news.
Yeah.
I think I saw the Mateer news on social media. But so Mike Gundy out after what, 21 years at Stillwater?
20 years, 18 straight winning seasons.
Yeah. And last year, obviously, with the 3-win season, this year looking like it could be worse. I understand the legacy that he's brought to that program. I understand that when, a guy, I don't know. I understand when a guy does things for your program, you're going to feel beholding to that person for extended time as opposed to someone else. But still, the welcome can be worn out. And I can see Mike Gundy being a person who would wear out that welcome really fast. Especially in the lean times.
It still doesn't make what they did make any more sense.
No.
It's silly.
But the talk all week has been they have an AD without a contract.
Exactly.
So I mean, obviously, it's the way to do business up there.
When they forced him to take less money and fire all his coaches, They should have just done it then. Just
Yeah, I mean,
we're done
so
here. You're
who'd they
gone.
give the hook on that? Jurkic and
Jurkic and what was the D coordinator's name? Anyways, yeah, they fired, but they made him
Tim
get rid
Knowles
of.
bailed, and then it was whoever was after him.
Yeah, I can't remember what the guy's name was,
Yeah,
but he's gone now,
yeah.
and so they forced him to bring in
Sonny Cumby. I
no
mean, Doug
Doug Meacham,
Doug Meacham. Yeah,
who's I guess is the interim now, and
yeah.
I can't think of what the defensive coordinator's name is.
Grantham, Todd Grantham.
Yeah, Todd Grantham.
Yeah,
So first off, you cut his legs off. I get last year was a bad year, but this transfer portal era, you're going to bring in a bunch of guys. Sometimes it doesn't work.
yeah,
See Florida State last year,
yeah.
and you brought in 40 transfers this year with what all from the outside looking in, lame duck head coach, probably, I mean, skating on the thinnest of thin ice,
Well, yeah.
and it's didn't work.
But I mean, we hear people say constantly, "Read the room,"
Sure.
and
Oh, Gundy can be just a massive jackass,
yeah,
especially to the media.
exactly. And he does, and you don't have to play nice with the media. I mean, to me, Bob Stoops always kept the surliness with
Sure.
the media. Uh,
Well, anyway.
but yeah, definitely in a major way,
In a great way.
but like you said, the spectacle that it kind of became, and then
Yeah, but you know
also,
what Bob Stoops did that Gundy never did?
well, I was talking about the spectacle of Gundy,
Yeah.
not
Oh,
Stoops.
yeah. I
Go ahead.
mean, a lot of things Gundy did were entertaining.
What were
Showing
you
up
gonna
in the
say? Something?
singlet, shirt off at the pep rally.
Yeah.
Tales of snake hunting.
What were you gonna say?
About whipping Tom
Something.
Herman's butt at midfield.
Oh yeah. What was it? You were going to say something that Bob Stoops never did.
One big.
Mm,
Dominated the conference, won a national title, produced first round NFL talent year after year.
yeah. Well,
If you do that, we saw that with Nick Saban. You win 6 national titles, hell, you could show up to your press conferences naked. No one's going to care.
yeah. We do have an issue, and I'll have to work on it later. But our viewers on Twitter X, your comments are not coming through, so my apologies for that. We'll try to get that worked out as we go along. But no, I mean, and I came to like Gundy, honestly, as I've
I did
become
too.
a
It
surly
was
old, huh?
it was a begrudging respect
Yeah, yeah,
because when we were kids, man, Oklahoma State football, outside of a couple years with Jimmy Johnson, was just not real good.
yeah.
I mean, they had a couple of the best players I've ever laid eyes on in my life, Barry Sanders and Thurman Thomas, but they never beat Oklahoma. They
No,
weren't, they were going to play in what was that bowl game they played in Sanders' final season at Oklahoma State? They played in Japan.
yeah. Well, they had a game in Japan. I thought they played in the Sun Bowl that year.
Maybe they played in the Sun Bowl that
I
year.
can't remember. But they had a game in Japan that was, I think, a regular season game, wasn't it? A&M or
Maybe
somebody?
Connor, I do not believe the rumor that Gundy keeps peacocks in his house because they would take too much of the attention off of his glorious locks.
Yeah, and that's a lot of noise. I mean,
That is a lot of noise, and that's a lot
things
of
are pretty loud.
bird doo-doo on the ground.
Yeah. Let's see. No, they played A&M at Lewis Field in '88. Let me see here. It
They
was
played a game in
Wyoming.
Japan.
Well, it was Texas Tech, 45-42 in Tokyo, Japan.
Tokyo.
And that was the season Barry Sanders won the Heisman, and that was the season I think was it Brent Parker dropped the pass in the end zone?
Yep.
Against OU.
Yep.
Was it Brent Parker?
Sounds right.
Yeah. The only reason I ask is I get confused sometimes of the guy who's the onside kick went off the side of his head. I think Brett Parker is the one that dropped the touchdown.
Yeah, that one onside kick, man, that I've heard that at so many Tim Lasher speaking engagements in my life.
That's like the that's the poster child for Sooner Magic.
And John
John
Arnold
Arnold,
is, yeah, John Arnold has when they lost all the Boone Pickens money, they started going downhill. Yeah, I don't know if that went into a trust, or I know there was supposed to have been an athletic village built. I don't think that ever got off the ground. It just seems like they didn't do a lot with it.
yeah, and I
Stadium's
obviously
nice.
obviously Gundy had favor with Pickens
Mm-hmm.
because that's all I've heard. Was that Pickens doubled down on Mike Gundy and realized his impact on the program, and his donations followed suit. Whatever. But I mean, I'm told and I'm hearing things that it's not like OSU's destitute. It's more like they've just been miserly almost with
It
their
seems like it. The
athletic money.
recruiting budget is goofy. It's low, low, low.
Yeah,
I read that they were 45th nationally in football budget,
yeah,
which,
yeah.
if you think about that, it's not terrible.
No.
I mean,
Uh,
you're $1 or $2 million away from being top 30.
sure. Yeah. I mean, and there's going to be an upper echelon that a lot of these programs just aren't going to be able to reach until you find that booster who's struck it, filthy rich. I mean, that's
Sure.
Texas Tech is in rarefied air for them, I guess you could say. And more power to them. I'm here for it. I'm going to watch it. I'm not against them. But
No.
not every program's got that guy. And and not only this, I'll just say this. We've said time and time again, college football head coaching is a younger man's job.
And
And
not just that.
and it's
There
not
are
just that, but you have to be the face of the fundraising apparatus. You can't sit back and just say, all I do is coach football. You've got to be a salesman.
yes and no. I mean, you're right there. That job in Stillwater, that is a younger man's job. That is, I'm coming in here, I'm going to develop a brand, and then when Alabama comes open, I'm going there.
Yeah.
But college football you can stick around into your twilight years as long as there's a structure around you. That the NFL front office thing has got to take off in college football. You know
It
what I
will.
mean? With the director of football operations, the general manager that does all the scouting, and all you
I
have to
totally
do
believe it
is
will. I
all you
mean,
have to do is glad hands some recruits, talk to them a little bit, and then go coach ball.
you know what I have
That's
against Dan Patrick the most?
what's that?
His segments with Chris Sims. I've been flipped off by Chris Sims.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was riding the bus into the Cotton Bowl and flipped us all off as we were
What
getting
did you do to
down.
What did you do to get that?
Just horns down. I mean, that was
Yeah,
all. We were standing
I
outside his
mean,
bus.
that's basically a hate crime on
It
the
truly
lower
is. Yeah,
on the, what do they call it? The
40 acres.
40 acres. Yeah.
You
That
talk about a nepo baby,
you think?
just all the way around. So, anyways, but yeah, replacements for Mike Gundy. We're hearing GJ Kinney, Zach Robinson. I think there was a short list.
Zach
Connor Carr brought
Robinson.
up. Huh?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Connor Carr brought up Charlie Weiss Jr., who's at Ole Miss. Doing wonders with the Fair State transfer, Trinidad Chambliss. There you go, Dan Narva. And so you and I said off the air that the OC at Ole Miss is probably going to hold out and see what kind of SEC job could come open and
Hey,
have a chance at.
Florida's coming open. It's going to come open.
And what if they pull off the upset next weekend?
It's coming open.
Okay.
Florida wants to play for titles, not lose to South Florida.
Well, Urban Meyer said that he felt like the buyout was still too much on Billy Napier.
What's his buyout?
I think it's 19 to 20 million.
That's too much.
I don't know the Florida,
The Alabama boosters were ready to pay that $70 million to Kalen DeBoer this year.
I don't know. I mean, that's just something I read that Urban Meyer saying that he felt like Napier would get another year because the buyout still just a bit too high.
Yeah, I get that, but hey, you hang out for another year at Ole Miss, do wonderful things, and you get a better job.
I mean,
Arkansas, you hope it's coming open, Connor. You hope it's
Maybe they just do a straight swap. Sam Pittman,
Sam Pittman is a heck of a guy, Connor. I know that you can't view his tweets anymore, but
I would hate to think I get blocked by my favorite team's head coach, but that's the SEC effect for you, bud.
It just means more. You just don't know.
It does, and we're new to it. I'm new to it. So, hey, real quick, CCW Safe sponsors our program, legal self-defense coverage with plans starting as low as $19 a month. Use the link there on the scroll, and then I'll also go back and put it in the description of this broadcast, as you can get yourself covered. Self-defense support with deep expertise and personal care that goes beyond the basics. You can trust the team at CCW Safe. And I'm telling you, in this day and time, we hear so much craziness about things with people utilizing their ability to defend themselves, and it's just a nice thing to have when it comes to a legal defense for a self-defense incident. Also, financial and emotional support. I mean, I always say this: 2 out of the 3 founders are guys that I know and trust very well. So CCW Safe is your choice for self-defense coverage. Use the link on the scroll. Connor Carr says that the getting blocked by the football coach of your program is a badge of honor. That's one way to look at it.
It is, I guess.
Well, I mean,
Connor's got more things to worry about. We send him a new friend. Yeah, I'd rather not say.
Oh, you're talking about on the employment test.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a friend that I remember?
No.
Okay. All right. So, good to know. So, GJ Kinney, what's he? The Texas State head coach.
Texas State head coach, offensive minded guys, 36.
Do you need to make a splash hire, or does it just have to be a guy who can come in and be competent? I mean, obviously, a splash hire would be great.
You got to be more than competent. You got to be dynamic. You got to win the room. You got to win the press conference.
Yeah,
because Oklahoma State's in a bad way right now.
Well, and they are going to have a tough haul on the home field this weekend against the Baylor Bears, who are coming in.
20.5 point favorite.
And
did you see the availability report for Oklahoma State?
I saw Caleb Hicks is out.
They got about 35 guys out.
Yeah. So, I mean, with the Gundy firing, that opens up the transfer portal, right?
30-day window.
Yeah. So, and can they transfer directly out and get on a program immediately?
They can't play this year.
Okay. So they can just hit the road.
Right. They can hit the road. I think they can go ahead and
enroll.
They can enroll a semester
for the spring.
But man, a lot of these guys are trying to preserve a red shirt if they do stay. They don't want to lose a year of eligibility for this mess.
Yeah. But no, it is amazing to see an OSU team be a 20.5 point dog at home against this isn't a world beating Baylor team either.
No, I mean, they're a decent team, but not anybody you should be a 20.5 point dog to at home if you're a decent program.
I mean, Baylor lost the heartbreaker, to Arizona State, but that was on their home field. I mean, you don't know what to expect from week to week from Baylor.
They lost to Auburn. I think there's a letter coming from the league that the glare from Miranda's head was distracting Jackson Arnold.
Well, he won that one, so maybe they'll be okay with it. But yeah, I see the injury report, and like I said, with Haas
Haney,
has been out, but then also Caleb Hicks, their primary running back. I mean, it could be a bloodletting.
Yeah, it's gonna get ugly.
The Shetron kid is out.
It's sad to see.
It is, but I mean,
of course, they wouldn't shed any tears if that happened at Oklahoma. So,
oh no. I mean, the first thing that came out after, on my Twitter was some jackasses posting the final kneel down for Alan Bowman in the last bedlam. So they can suck it.
Yeah, they sold their souls for that victory. Now look at them.
Yeah. So, anyways, but other games going. So anyway, GJ Kinney. I mean, that's that's an upward move for him. He's already got, I think there's a little bit of momentum down in San Marcos. I mean, Texas State's going to the Pac-12.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to stick around and ride that out? Or do you want to get in the Big 12? I don't know. Zach Robinson. I mean,
The only thing that ties him to that job is he played there. He's not doing a great job with the Falcons right now. Hell, they got shut out this week and they want him fired. He might be available.
yeah, I mean, grab the guy that's available. And I look at NFL success as completely different than college success. Because we saw Joe Brady put together maybe the most premier offense. Now, he had great talent, obviously, but Joe Brady put together a great offense at LSU in 2019, and he did nothing in the pros. So I don't think
He did. He didn't do anything in the pros.
Well, I mean,
I think you need to look who the Buffalo Bills offensive coordinator is.
that's all.
Go ahead.
What, Josh Allen, right? Josh Allen left.
Josh Allen MVP.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. To me, I don't think Brady's had. I think he's coasted on that success from LSU that season into some gigs that he hasn't really performed that great. I don't know.
Where did he go directly after LSU?
Wasn't it Carolina, or was that?
Yeah, he went somewhere in the NFL because he didn't want to recruit. Well, now he'd go back to college football and not have to recruit at all.
I was going to say, Joe Brady played at William and Mary, LSU, Carolina. He was under Matt Rule there, which we know they didn't have success because Rule didn't last. Let's see. Of course, they got into COVID, but he did get fired in December of 2021, and then goes to Buffalo and replaced Ken Dorsey.
Mm-hmm.
Great Kane. So, anyways, I don't know. To me, I just, I don't think it's a situation where Zach Robinson. I mean, depending on his ability to, like you said, work the room, win the press conference, it could be a great hire. It could not be. I don't know. But when do you think the timeline is that they would make the announcement? After the season?
After the season.
I mean, because obviously guys are working at other gigs.
Yeah. It won't be during the season. It'll be a mule shoe thing.
But you can talk to agents.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
what they all have agents.
Yeah. Talk to the agents and get some sort of agreement out there.
Yeah.
And then once the season's over, announce it.
Okay.
We'll see.
Well, I tell you, it'll be interesting, and it'll be, it'll be sad to see some of the bloodletting that we'll see the Pokes go through.
Well, here's another thing that they need to think about. We would agree that Mike Gundy is a legend in Stillwater, right?
Sure.
See, the best coach they've ever had, 170 wins.
Yeah.
When 20 years is what, 8.5 a season.
Success.
Unprecedented success at a program that has not had a lot of success.
Yeah.
You're replacing a legend up there. So
yeah, but
the next guy's going to get fired.
It's not like, yeah, you're right.
Because I mean, liken it to Bill Snyder.
Follow the legend.
I mean, Ron Prince got fired.
Yeah, alumni.
Then they brought Snyder back.
Yeah,
but he retired. He didn't get booted out the door.
Jeremy, what's the Ryder Cup looking like?
Right now, it's 3-0, 3-0 Europe.
Yeah, 3-0. We had a little laugh at the pairings as the European captain decided to put Rory McIlroy and Tommy Fleetwood together. So maybe the two, maybe the two, of course, Fleetwood's, off of a win, but plenty of falling short in between that pairing. Xander Schauffele and Patrick Cantlay are 2 up on Victor Hovland and McIntyre. So that'll be fun viewing over the weekend when it's not football going on.
That your statement about McIlroy, if he would actually, talk to the media after he loses, a lot of that would just go away because he's won the career Grand Slam. It's not like he's never won a major.
Oh yeah, I mean he's a great golfer.
He's won 5 majors. Fleetwood's never won a major.
No.
I mean,
first tournament.
has a reputation of just falling apart down the stretch.
Yeah. Do you notice the age difference between he and his wife?
Who, Fleetwood?
23 years. She is the elder.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
And his manager. So, um, nice looking lady. I mean, nothing wrong with that, but just it was.
Handsome woman.
Yeah, she's a pretty lady, but I was rooting for Tommy. I hope he can
Same.
pull, huh?
Same. I
Yeah,
root for him too.
I hope he can pull in a major. Real quick, college football this weekend. We've got our fantasy. Well, we've got our pick'em league going. I had a banner week last week, Jeremy. I think I had 17 out of 25, which for me is a banner week. So far, I think the best week that anybody's had was 20 picks. Correct.
Oh,
But
I can't even
I felt
find it.
pretty good with my 17 last week.
There it is.
This week, I can see where I will not be nearly as happy.
No, I sure picked a lot on the left this week because wow.
A lot of home favorites. So we'll start with tonight, and at Tempe, TCU goes in a 2.5-point dog. I got the Sun Devils covering that.
Same. Sun Devils.
And I totally expect to be wrong.
Oh yeah.
Also, Houston is in Corvallis, and they are a 13.5 favorite. I like the Cougs on that one.
Yeah, man, Oregon State's just a bad football team.
Yeah. Then Georgia Tech is at Wake Forest. They're 2 touchdown favorites. That's tomorrow morning. I got the Ramblin' Wreck.
Same.
All right.
Like I said, I'm all on the left-hand side this week.
Why on earth would I think Pitt could cover 4.5 at home against Louisville?
I don't know. I've picked Louisville in that game.
Well, I'm going to stick with Pitt just because I think I've read enough about their defense that people feel like they can, probably play pretty well. Syracuse, 6-point dog at home against Duke.
They're going to come back to earth this week.
I guess Vegas figures they will have the hangover off of the Clemson win.
Yep.
I don't. I've got Syracuse at least covering. Even if they lost, surely they at least cover 6, right?
Man, I tell you what, Syracuse, I don't know. I just don't know because I don't think Clemson is any good.
No, they're not. But I mean,
A roster full of NFL guys, and they're just terrible.
Yeah. Jayhawks 4.5-point favorites over the Bearcats. I like Jayhawk. I like KU Rock Chalk all day long.
Oh yes, same.
The Knights of UCF. Speaking of the Knights, did we mention Robert Redford? Yeah, we talked about Robert.
We talked
Redford.
about him.
So Scott Frost takes his UCF team to Manhattan. They are 6-point dogs. I've got the Wildcats on that. I'm debating that now. What do you think?
I got UCF there.
Okay. I think you talked me into
Kansas
it.
State's just kind of
they're in disarray, and I think it all stems from the Johnson family fighting in Dublin.
Yes. Well, what are you supposed to do in Dublin? You have a few Guinnesses and you get in a street fight.
Yeah. So
who won last night? East Carolina or Army?
Oh, I think East Carolina beat them pretty handily.
And Army,
and I don't think that was one of the games available.
And Army took, it was not. Army took the belt to Kansas State.
Yeah, but North Texas took the belt to Army too. So
I know North Texas got a good squad.
Yeah, 28-6 East Carolina. Pirates improved to 3-2. Army falls to 1-3.
All right, I changed my pick to Kansas State. It's at home. Mental gymnastics. They're going to win.
That was ECU favored by 3.5. So they covered in a large way. Hey, did you see OU made bad beats? I knew the safety would.
Yeah, I saw that.
Let me get back to our picks.
USC at Illinois.
I've got Trojans all the way over that one. I think Bielema,
same.
Whatever brouhaha he had that he thought, and the polls thought Indiana definitely exposed. And
I mean, my heart says Illinois.
Yeah, but that's a good Trojan offense. I mean,
I know.
They do a lot of things well. I've got Arkansas covering the 4.5 in Fayetteville. against
I
the
do
Fighting
too.
Irish, the Lou Holtz Bowl.
Give me. Oh wait, what? Oh, I got to see my pick here. No, I picked Notre Dame.
Okay.
Sorry, Connor.
North Texas covers the 13.5 against South Alabama. That's in Denton. I like the mean green to get all over that. And then Cal, just because they have to travel across the continent, at Boston College, they are 6.5-point dogs. I like the Eagles to cover that.
I like how you say just because they have to travel, not because they suck and they're not any good.
No, I mean they could be decent, and still you travel that far. I'm gonna jump on the 6.5.
I love the Big Ten Conference.
Kyle Whittingham bouncing off of a demolition by the Red Raiders of Texas Tech travels to Morgantown. I like the Utes to bounce back, but I'm rethinking the 13.5.
Utah is a 13.5-point favorite on the road coming off a game where they were just destroyed.
Exposed.
And
I love Dampier. That's the problem.
I've got West Virginia.
Yep. I may switch that.
I may switch it right back to Utah because I had just switched it. Thinking about
Utah
it
right now.
I don't know if Rich Rod's going to be. Man, God, I hate my brain.
Any commenters want to chime in and give us some direction? We'd love to hear from you on the comment section, Facebook and YouTube. And once again, I apologize to our Twitter X viewers. We are not able to receive your comments there.
Now, we all agree, you and I and Dan and Connor and everyone else that's viewing this stream, that Baylor's going to take belt to ass this weekend, right?
Oh, I see that being a bloodletting. Yeah,
20.5 points. They could throw that at 41, and I would still pick Baylor.
I would go as high as 35.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got Baylor.
Indiana at Iowa.
I've got Iowa covering that just because I know in Iowa City, you know, what time is that game also? That's a 2:30.
2:30.
You know, that's just enough time in Iowa City to be fired up. I don't know.
I'm telling you, man, Kurt Cignetti is the best coach in college football.
He very well could be in the running. Hoosier 7.5-point favorites. I took the Hawkeyes just based on defensive prowess.
Well, they gave up 28 points to Rutgers last week.
What's that?
They scored 38, which I couldn't believe.
UCLA will get road stomped by Northwestern in Evanston. 6.5-point favorite are the Wildcats. I've got Northwestern on that one.
How are you almost a full touchdown dog to Northwestern?
You're UCLA with no leader and no players.
Who's their interim? Is it Eric Bieniemy? Please let it be Eric Bieniemy. No, I think he's just the running backs coach. Are you efforting that? Don't do that. I'll do it.
Tim Skipper.
Tim Skipper. That's right. Okay, I remember seeing that name and chuckling.
Tim Skipper. Buckeyes on the road to Seattle. The Huskies are 8.5-point dogs. I've got Ohio State covering that.
8.5 points is a little surprising, being the number one team in the country. I know Washington should be ranked, but
tell
they
me
are
this.
Unranked.
I've read where some folks have said don't sleep on UW. What if Julian Sayin goes up there and doesn't perform well? What if that whole Texas Ohio State matchup was just kind of overblown nationwide?
Fool's gold.
Yeah, I mean. Neither offense looked like they could do much. I know Texas has a great defense.
Texas has a great defense, but you have an expectation with Ohio State. Whatever quarterback you're going to plug in, be it Will Howard, be it who was there before Will Howard. The kid down at
Houston.
The kid at Houston, CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
Or God rest his soul, Dwayne Haskins.
Terrell Pryor.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about the Ryan Day
era.
The Ryan Day era. They're going to perform, and they're going to perform against good teams.
Sure.
Haven't seen that yet.
No. And we'll see. Just saying. We'll see what happens.
Just saying.
So, but I do have Ohio State covering the 8.5.
Same.
Big one in Oxford. LSU rolls in a 1.5-point dog to the Running Rebs. I like LSU to go in there and handle this. I think their defense will give Ole Miss problems they haven't dealt with.
Yeah, I think LSU's gonna. I mean, it's a 1.5, man.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. Saturday at 2:30, it will be the Auburn Tigers and Hugh Freeze, Jackson Arnold rolling into College Station. Aggies are a 6.5-point favorite. I like Auburn to cover that.
I got Texas A&M simply because Auburn is still belly aching about the game last weekend, and I think they know if they can just get after Arnold,
Yeah.
plug up the running lanes. I know their defensive front, although it is littered with five-star talent, is nowhere near as potent as Oklahoma's. God dang it, I want to talk myself into picking Auburn.
Marcel Reed, I think, showed some things in that.
I do like Marcel Reed.
I think Marcel Reed showed some things in that Notre Dame game. I'll say this, and I was just kind of livid because I did kind of want to see Aggie win there in South Bend. They score on the fourth down play, I think it was. 4th and goal, and they're backed up a bit. They score on the play, but I'm telling you, I just thought it was so stupid to run the same play on 3rd down and get no gain. I just thought, you've got a mobile quarterback, get what you can. And maybe I don't think time was a factor in that. I'm trying to go back, but I just remember sitting there saying you could have cut that down in distance in half.
Texas A&M won that game, though, right?
They did, but I was second guessing them. All right, so I like Auburn, and then ACC under the lights, Virginia Tech, kind of a rudderless ship, 10.5-point dog at Raleigh-Durham against the Wolf, or are they just in Raleigh? I don't know. It's all the same down there.
NC State, they're
NC
winning.
State, 10.5-point favorite. I've got the Wolfpack, and then Arizona goes into Ames. I like Iowa State to cover the 6.5. That's a night game.
Same.
Iowa State probably on a journey with just the destination of college football playoff. I'll just say that.
Going to build a obelisk on the mountaintop.
Build an obelisk. The founding fathers.
So Oregon traveling to Penn State for the whiteout.
I totally love them. 3.5 dogs in Happy Valley. James Franklin cannot win a big game.
It's a team that has complementary talent to what Penn State's rolling out there, and we all know that James
Franklin a whiteout, right?
Does not. Yeah, but James Franklin doesn't win those games.
No.
When he's playing a team that's as good as his team, they find a way to lose those games. So
and
until proven otherwise.
Yeah. When I talked to Bill Connolly back before the season, he was on the same fence. He's like, it's either get it done or shut up now for Penn State. So I've got Oregon rolling in there and at least covering the 3.5.
Yes. Give me Oregon all day long.
Yeah. Hey, real quick before we finish up the picks, we want to thank A+ Roofing and Construction for sponsoring our program. Damon Schultz, he's out of Western Oklahoma, but he also serves the OKC Metro. Call them at 580-772-7587. It's on the scroll down below. If you got a roof situation you need to take care of, I would recommend A+ Roofing and Construction highly. So Alabama travels into Athens. I've got Georgia covering that 3-point spread.
I do too, and Alabama's going to come in there hungry and desperate, and I think it's going to be a hell of a game. I do believe Georgia is just going to be that much better at home. Give me Georgia.
Jay Norvell and his Colorado State Rams are 4.5-point favorites over the Wazoo Cougars. They screwed one up last week, going for 2 at home. I've never heard anybody say you go for 2 at home, but he decided to against UTSA. Jeff Traylor got out of Colorado Springs with the win.
And there's one we didn't. There's a name we didn't mention. Jeff Traylor.
He was on the short list that I saw.
Yes,
and maybe he would realize his time. Who was the guy that former Oklahoma coordinator Larry
Coker?
No, yeah, Coker. He started that program at UTSA, but Traylor's been the one that has taken it to the levels that they've received. But no, UTSA got the win last week in Colorado State. I like the Cougars to go in there and cover that 4.5. Jay Norvell may get the win.
I've got Colorado State in that game.
Yeah. Gamecocks bounce back. I think they take care of the Wildcats in Columbia. 6.5 point favorite. They'll cover that.
Yeah. If if Kentucky somehow wins that game, that seat's I gotta think that seat
Beamer.
under Shane Beamer is going to start getting warm. Love him as much as we do.
Yeah. They got Lenora Sellers back last week, right? And
yes,
and then he, I don't know. It's tough. And here's the thing about the SEC, Jeremy, and this was what we went into. I mean, you can be a quality program and still not excel in the SEC. That's what it's been for 25 years at least, maybe even going back further. But since the Nick Saban era in the SEC, you could be a quality team and get 7-8 wins a season and just no real future. That's been my fear for the University of Oklahoma stepping into that.
Sure.
So I mean, that's kind of where Beamer's locked into, right?
It definitely is.
All right. And then the final one on our pick'em list is the BYU Cougars going into Boulder. They're 6.5 point favorites. I've got BYU covering that. I don't think that Colorado team has much to do to help their situation.
No, I got BYU there as well. I'd love for Coach Prime to prove me wrong, but
I got nothing against Dion. I mean, I wish him the most success. But I just don't know if they have it this season. Who do you got scoring the most points this week?
Baylor.
I'm with North Texas, and I've got OSU scoring the least.
I got Oklahoma State scoring the least. I think they're going to get absolutely mollywopped this weekend.
Yeah. So that's our college football pick'em. Fantasy football going on. Law Dog Sports on Right Media League. We have let's see. We've got, is that Cash Dollars Dynasty 3-0?
Yes.
And Damon Schultz, the guy's sponsoring the show, and he's tied for first place in our fantasy league. Good for him.
I gave up on draft night.
You kind of did, and you've apparently not really decided to substitute much either.
I don't have anybody to sub in, and there's nothing on the waiver wire any better than what I got.
He started out with 18 points from Kyler Murray last night, which I was surprised. I turned that game off, and I thought they were just done. And he
I did too. I turned it off, watched an episode of Peacemaker, turned it back on, and wow. Yeah.
So are those new episodes of Peacemaker?
Yes.
So what would I need to do to get caught up?
Have you watched season 1?
No.
Watch season 1.
Okay. Where is that? Is that a Hulu or a?
It's on HBO.
HBO. Okay, I've got Max. All right. So real quick, that is our fantasy pick'em. We're not going to do a college football recap this week since OU is on a bye, and it would be a nice week to take off, I think, right here.
All right.
Even though, good. I mean, I don't know if you get bored and I'm bored and you text me Saturday evening, we'll see what we can do. But I know you have to work the next day and things like that. So we're wishing prayers of thoughts and healing for John Mateer's thumb. We are also hoping for Dan Narva, our super fan in Michigan, that somehow the Tigers can hope that the Astros continue this spiral they've been on and not fall or not be able to get anything over the Angels this weekend, and Detroit can make the playoffs. It would be one of the, I mean, we talked about on the text thread, Detroit had such a massive lead at the All-Star break, and then even going into late August, and they have just really puked down their leg in September, and then Cleveland has just been red hot, and they're doing that with no offense, really. Did you see the guy from Cleveland get hit in the face on the bunt?
I did.
Oh, gracious.
Put them out there in lacrosse helmets.
Yeah, but for Dan's sake, I hope that Detroit can get something going this weekend and kind of get off the schneid and get into a situation where they are in the playoffs, because it would be a shame for a pitcher the quality of Tarek Skubal to have the season he's had and then the team doesn't make the playoffs.
Oh, definitely. My Cubs are just staggering to the finish. They it's like they clinched and decided, we're not going to win anymore. We're just going to.
Well, I mean, you clinch. It's whatever.
Yeah, you want to be playing your best ball.
You do. I'm kind of the
ticking me off.
mindset that coming in. I mean, the only thing that I think, the only playoff that I look at that matters, where like you need to be, it would be better if you were playing well and clicking, is college football.
Sure.
I mean, because
Or the NFL or
defensive
NBA, pretty
team.
much any other sport.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Baseball's so weird.
I mean, college football obviously had teams that just, you know, what last year all the teams with buys lost
Yeah, it's too
in the
much time
first
off.
round.
It's too
Uh,
much time off, man.
yeah. So, but I just, for Dan's sake and for your sake and the Cubs, and hey, I even took up for the Cubs this week against a jackass Mets fan. Um, our friend Newt Huntley from Sooner State Baseball Report. Did you see the did you see the announcers for the Mets, Ron Darling, and I guess Cohen
I
is the
did.
other guy? They're calling out the guy because he went to Charlie Kirk's funeral, and then awful announcing took them to task. And I saw Newt comment on it, and then some Mets fan calls him an Oklahoma hick.
Oh,
And
wow.
so then I started going. I kind of jumped in the fray and started going back and forth with that guy. So he called me. He said his response was "Shut up, cop."
Oh. Oh.
And I did a laughing gif, and he goes oink oink.
Yeah, he probably has
You
blue hair.
little twerp. But no, as far as baseball, I mean, Rangers are done. I think the Astros should they should just not play this weekend and just call it good.
You got to play out the string. That's why
Nah.
you expand the rosters to 40. Let those young guys play.
But they lose Alvarez and they just decide, well, I guess we don't have offense anymore. So
Yeah, I know. Kyle
yeah.
Tucker will be back this week, and Cade Horton had back spasms, so he didn't pitch.
Yeah.
He says he can pitch. I hope he can pitch because he's been, lights out ever since he got called up.
Well, I mean, didn't they win the series against the Mets?
They lost 2 out of 3.
Oh, 2 out of 3. So they did get one win out of that.
Yeah.
So. But that's baseball. I mean,
Yep.
you get to see what happens in the wild card round. You won and out, basically. So, but I'll be hoping for Detroit and Chicago.
Isn't it best of 3 now?
Oh, do they don't do the single elimination? Honestly, I haven't watched the wild card game.
I think the wild card is now best of 3.
Okay. We want to thank a new sponsor on our program, All American Emergency Vehicle Upfitters, and that is our friend Kenny McGuire. Give him a call if you are involved with a fire department, a volunteer fire department, or any sort of public safety that utilizes emergency vehicles. I would highly recommend All American Emergency Vehicle Upfitters. Kenny McGuire's number is there on the scroll, 580-661-2380. They will have a website coming soon, but we appreciate Kenny McGuire and All American Emergency Vehicle Upfitters sponsoring our program. So rolling along, Jeremy, just, looking at the week in sports, we'll have a lot of college football, the pros, I mean, your Chiefs. I mean, what do you assess of your squad so far?
Well, they found a receiver. Tyquan Thornton had a good night.
They did.
As long as they're playing, yeah. And Russell Wilson, throughout his career, has typically lit up Steve Spagnuolo's defenses. They shut him down, and subsequently, Wilson got benched. It was a good win. It was a bad first half.
Yeah.
Mahomes played a lot better in the second half when they, were able to get the ball downfield to Thornton. It's going to be rough until we get through week 6. Just got to hope you're at 500 or above,
Sure.
or 2-4 is even palatable once you get Rashee Rice back. Worthy is playing this week. He was a full go at practice. So, man,
okay. I like that. I mean, like you said, Tyquan Thornton, I mean, shoot, that game against who was it? They threw to him about 4 straight times, and then he finally catches.
Yeah.
I mean, and I guess one was, what was the one?
See, against the Giants, they threw a deep ball to him, and he had it, and he dropped it, hitting the ground. Then they came back to it, and he caught it right there at the goal line.
So I made the switch on my fantasy team this week to get far away from the Dallas defense. I mean,
they're terrible.
That is bad.
They are terrible.
Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts, two former Sooner quarterbacks, square off this weekend as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 3-0 and also the Philadelphia Eagles at 3-0. Baker, to me, Baker's getting the right amount of respect this year as far as his performance and what they're doing as a team. The game-winning drives at the end, man. That's
3 in a row.
That's what the NFL thrives on, right?
And he's America's quarterback, I mean, and I'm so happy for Baker. Just the love and respect he's received on Twitter and actually from media is I'm so happy for him. He's had such a amazing that if you're a talented quarterback, you go to a competent franchise, what you can do.
Yeah. And kudos to Todd Bowles too for kind of stepping out of the way.
Yeah.
And
you just have to
coordinator, and
you just have to love it. He's just such an engaging personality, hell of a football player.
Just a lot of questionable.
Yeah. Well, he's turned his life around.
Mike Evans. No, I'm talking about question on the injury report. No,
I think Godwin's back this week, so they're going to have him.
Mike Evans listed doubtful with a hamstring. They've got to be pretty pleased with the Emeka Mbuka draft pick.
Well, they're going to have Chris Godwin back this week. It looks like he was a full go at practice all week. And then you have Egbuka, and what's the tight end's name? Ott.
Yeah.
Caden Ott, not Jaden Ott.
Yeah.
Jaden Ott's in witness protection.
All right. Parting thoughts, Jeremy, as we start to get out of here.
It's bye weeks are great. Get to watch a bunch of football tomorrow and not have to focus on one game, which if it's the Sooners, I'm good with that. But man, it's cool to watch, 4 or 5 games at one time, and
for sure,
just getting the sensory overload on college football, which is the greatest sport in the world still.
Hey, I visited with Bill Connolly midweek for a segment on my broadcast tonight for Weatherford versus Clinton. The Custer County conflict will be on Right.media, and it's one of the classic rivalries in all of the country. It's a little lopsided to Clinton, but we talked about his book, which got released early September, Forward Progress, the definitive guide to the future of college football, available on Amazon as well. But all the changes, all of the I'm never watching them again. None of it matters. We watch. It's the greatest sport unknown to man.
And we're a month away from the reign of the champs, baby. OKC.
I was going to say media. Haven't they already had media day?
Well, they had Sam Presti's smartest guy in the room press conference.
There you go.
We're almost to media day.
It's upon us, and what a short off season it has been, and won't be long before Kevin Durant's getting those horns down. And
Fred VanVleet is out for the season. That is a huge blow to Houston.
That's bad. I feel bad for them. So,
yeah.
Anyways, but we will definitely throw in some Thunder talk next week, especially coming off the bye week, and a Kent State game to preview next Friday, and we'll see what the outcome. No college football recap tomorrow night. We're going to take the week off since OU is on a bye, and like Jeremy said, kind of enjoy some college football. Have a great week, my friend.
You too.
He's Jeremy Schroeder. I'm Chuck Ramsey, the Law Dog. We are sponsored by CCW Safe. Make sure you and your family are protected. Legal self-defense coverage with plans starting as low as $19 a month. We'll put the link that we would prefer you to use in the description of this broadcast. It's there on the scroll as well. And, for a self-defense support system, it is the way to go. And, I recommend them highly. We want to thank also A-Plus Roofing and Construction, as well as All-American Emergency Vehicle Upfitters and our friend Kenny McGuire. I didn't mention Clinton Liquor this week because it's Custer County conflict. And Marty Wandry's on a cruise around Spain. He's near the Iberian Peninsula. He's on a long haul cruise. So Marty Wandry, have fun out there. We appreciate you too. He's Jeremy Schroeder. I'm Chuck Ramsey. This has been the Weekend Big Show. Be safe out there. Don't text and drive, and sure don't drink and drive. Please, please, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Law Dog Sports. Talk to you next week.